Push down a bit this way.
Which way?
Push down a bit this way.
So,
Alright, Khan. So first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you all. Came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity, man. We're out here again to fight the good fight of faith, all right, against the wiles of the devil. Let's get Ephesians the 6th chapter, brother. Start off at the 12th verse, okay? Because we're living in a place that's filled with sin and spiritual wickedness, man, that we got to combat spiritually day by day. And we have to get better day by day, man. You're not supposed to be stagnant in this truth. You're not supposed to be in the same position, the same mindset you were last year. You're supposed to constantly grow, all right? Every year we're supposed to constantly grow. Every month we're supposed to grow. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Right, the wiles of the devil. What's one of the wiles of the devil? The microchip, okay? The Maxine. Those are wiles of the devil. This is what he's trying to trap you up with and deceive you and take it so that he can control you, so that he can have your spirit, man. All right? But that's not going to happen to the elect. Go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Right, the elites, they do a lot of witchcraft, they do a lot of rituals, you know. They have a lot of plans that they devise against the men of the Lord, against the Israelites, against the people in general. Okay, go ahead.
Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
Right, and having done all to stand. Right, go ahead.
Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Your first love, man. Remember your first love, man, is truth. Okay? This has to be on our mind, in the forefront of our mind, man. Okay? And we have to remember that, man. Go ahead.
And your feet shod with preparation of the gospel of peace. Mm-hmm. Above all, taking the shield of faith.
Don't forget faith, man. Faith is important. If you don't have enough faith, pray for more faith, man. Because the times that we're coming in, faith is what's going to keep us stable and steady. All right?
Wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
All the fiery darts of the wicked. Okay? Through what? Through that faith. Get Isaiah. Stability of that time. Okay? Because the time that we're coming into, if you're not mentally prepared, if you're not spiritually prepared, well, then guess what? The Most High can spew you out, man. So we have to be on a level where we're rooted in this thing, man. Where there's no wavering in the doctrine. There's no wavering in our mind. We know for definite that we rather take death than a chip. We rather take death than take a max from these devils, than take anything like that from these devils, man. And that if it comes down to the money is not worth anything, then guess what, man? If we got to take a chip to get money, right, then we're going to say F the chip, man. If they offer us $10 million to live a life of luxury, we're going to tell him what Yahushua told him, man. Matter of fact, get that after, man. When Satan tried to tempt Yahushua. But first, get this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation.
Right, the wisdom of this truth. Okay. And it's gonna stabilize us in this time, man. While all these people are bugging out, they're gonna look at the people who are stable as in amazement, because they're like, how can you be stable in such crazy times, man? That's who they look for. Even when you watch these movies, man, like The Purge, they're looking at the guy who's walking and he don't have no worries, man. Like the Book of Eli, man. Right? In that movie, he didn't have any worries. He was just walking, man. He wasn't worried about those people because he had the book. He knew the book. So it's going to be the same thing with us, man. All these people that calling themselves the Christians and this and that, Muslims and whatever the case is, in that time, they're going to bug the hell out, man. All right? They're not going to know what to do because they don't have the knowledge. Go ahead.
It reads, the fear of the Lord is his treasure.
Right, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, man. And that's what's going to keep you stable to know. And you know what's part of that stability, man? Is having that vision, man. Understanding understanding the future, man. When you have a short-term mindset, you don't get nothing really accomplished, man. You don't get nothing accomplished. And these are things we're learning now, all right? Because we grew up in a society around Jake and in the world where it's like everything is now, everything is microwave. So to wait for something, it becomes a grievance to the soul, right? But guess what? When you wait for something, right? Certain things you have to wait for. It's not going to come. And that applies to every facet of life. The scriptures is for how to live life, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Matthew 4 and 3.
Right.
We start verse 2. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered.
Right.
And when the tempter came to him,
right,
he said, if thou be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread.
Right. Right. So that's when Satan came to Yahushua, tempted him, man. All right. And Yahushua got off of a fast. You see, so he was hungry. All right. But let's see what Yahushua says. Go ahead.
But verse 4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High.
Right. Every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. Right. So he rejected what Satan had to say because he understood the bigger picture. Right there and then he was hungry. Right there and then he could have took the bread. You see? But that's a short-term thinking, man. Yahushua had that long-term mentality, man. Go ahead.
Verse
this is quirking and shit, right? Just want attention, right?
Verse 5, then the devil taketh him up into the holy city and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple.
Right, and setteth him on the pinnacle of the temple, and said what?
And said unto him, if thou be the Son of the Most High, cast thyself down.
Right.
For it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou shalt dash thy foot against a stone.
Right.
Yahushua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power.
Right. Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy power, man. Because what? You go and do that, and then you go piss off the Lord for what? One minute of vainglory, man? To have the angels pick you up? Right? You go piss off Yahweh for what? For vainglory, man. Go ahead.
Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Yeah, everything. He said he'll give you everything, man. You see how you're struggling now? See how you're stressed out now? Right? He said Yahushua was a man acquainted with grief. So his life wasn't no easy road, man. Like Capleton, like the Capleton song. It's a raggy road. The road is so rough. The road is so tough. Go ahead.
And said unto him, all these things will I give thee, Salakia, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me.
Okay.
Then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy power, and him only shalt thou serve.
Right. He said, get out of here, because we know that you're only supposed to serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Okay? And at that time he said Yahweh because, obviously he's not going to speak about himself. You see? So ultimately, that's it, man. He rejected that, man, for that little bit of being, that little bit of glory. The glory of this world is vanity, man. All right? To be famous and popular and all that in this world and rich and all this stuff is really vanity. It's whack. This whole kingdom is whack. You see? So when we get into our kingdom, that's when things are gonna be fun again. Things are gonna be exuberant again. Okay? And this whole earth is true. That's something.
Real quick, this is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon the rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock.
Right, and building your house upon that rock is a rough road. You know, it's not instant gratification, man. Building your house upon that sand, that's instant gratification. You might get into a group where you can have parties every week. You know, you might drink young every single night, got a whole bunch of women around you, twerking possibly at Passover, right? Or after the Passover, whatever these dudes said, okay? But that's all vainglory and that's all temporary, man. And that's upon sand. And that's gonna break in the time of importance, right? Even when it comes down to building a business, we got to bring it back to the real world, man. Yahushua always brought examples from the real world, man. If you build a business, but you're thinking that things are gonna come quick, you're gonna quit right before it happens, man. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta stick in there, man. You gotta stick in there. You see, even when you don't see any results, and at the end, you're gonna be rewarded eventually. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down.
Right. He got shamed, right? That's the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, man. Got spit on. They gave him gall and vinegar to drink on the cross. They mocked him. You see? But he took that. Go ahead.
Who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of Yahweh.
Right. Get where the builder was not able to build. He was not able to finish the cross. Okay? Yahushua went all the way through because he understood. You see, just like how we understand the glory that's getting ready to come for the elect. So we hope to be of that number, and we're fighting to prove that we're of that number. You see? Because you know who lives their life in instant gratification? Esau and who else, man? Women.
That's right.
Okay, women are all about instant gratification, all about comfort now. You see what I'm saying? Man is not supposed to think that way. You see? And a lot of things we've been taught, a lot of things we raised up in was all BS, man. Okay? We weren't raised up like how the ancient men were raised up, man. Okay? Jake will get $30,000. Just watch a story on this. Jake got $30,000, and his simple-minded self went and bought a $20,000 chain. That's how Jake thinks. You know? Short term. And then he got it robbed. So what a waste, man. You could have started a business. You could have been flourishing, off of that money. You know? But no, it's all about now. Go ahead.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost,
right?
Whether he has sufficient to finish it.
Right, you count the cost. You also count the reward of it, right? When you build it, you know that you're gonna get this X amount of money. You see? So it's the same thing with anything that you do, any business that you do. Okay, when we're doing this work, we're not doing this work for no reason either. Right? Because we understand that first of all, it's our purpose to serve Yahweh Shem Yahushua, but also we understand there's a reward for it. We understand that there's a reward for doing the wickedness too. And we understand that reward is going to be a negative reward. Okay? It's going to be a curse. So understanding both sides of that spectrum, being a wise man, you'll go to which side, man? You'll go to the right side. Okay? Go ahead.
It reads on. Sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it.
That's right.
Verse 29, lest haply after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him.
Right. So he stopped for whatever reason. Right? He stopped for whatever reason. Oh, it was easier to stop. It's easy to stop. You stop and you don't got no more work. You're good. But guess what? He didn't think about that negative, the curse that came with it, man. Right? You're being cursed and all this stuff, man. Right? People, they're not going to hire you again. They're mocking you, mocking your children. You see? And what does the scripture say? It says a name is more precious than have a good name is more better than fine gold, roughly paraphrasing, man. good name is important, man. This is why really we're supposed to be, we're supposed to be able to show that we're better in every way in our life, man. Okay? Don't be going to no fucking job and lazy as all fucking hell, man. You go to the job, you fucking work, and you put in some real work too, man. Because that's what a man does. A man don't sit around and doing it. The scripture said, do everything as unto the Lord, man. Do everything as unto Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You think when Paul was making tents, he was, I'll put it for the half done tents. Now he was finishing that work, man. Okay? He said he worked with his own hands, man. He labored with his own hands so that he didn't have to ask for nobody. Now, plus he was doing the work. All right? So you put a lot of us to shame, man, because Paul be doing the work and working like a dog. You see? Go ahead.
Verse 30 saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Right, and was not able to finish. And more importantly, this work. Okay? More importantly, this work. Because this work is what? This work is, this is the most important thing that you're going to be building, man. The house of David. You see? The house of David was destroyed, but the Most High is building it up through his men. So you stop at building and you go say, nah, I'm not gonna build no more to go back into the world. Okay, well you got some. You're not gonna get that penny, first of all. All that work you did before was for nothing. And then you're gonna get destruction. Matter of fact, you can get that. Amos 9:11. You see? So you gotta think about that, man. There's consequences. Go ahead. Well, let me know when you got it.
Go ahead, bro. This is the book of John, chapter 4:34. Yahushua said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work.
Right. And to finish it. Right. And another thing the scripture says is that he that is slothful, I believe, is neighbor to him that is a waster, a great waster. All right? You're careless, man. And someone who's wasting something is not, is careless. Right? You got money, you just throwing it away. You got food, you just, you're gonna be hungry tomorrow, but you're like, I don't feel like seeing this in the fridge. You just shoot all of it away when you know you're gonna need it. That's a waster. Not to say if you eat something and it's basically finished, you shoot it away. You can shoot it away. I'm just saying, there's a difference between that and a waster. Actually, someone who all he does is waste shit. Right?
This is This is the book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 11. In that day will I rise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right, and that's what we're doing through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We're helping to build this tabernacle, man. The words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai does not go out void, man. You see? Somebody's gonna hear it, man. Okay? Who needs to hear it is gonna hear it at what time? Channel just got destroyed. They get 1,000 something subscribers, 1,600 subscribers, so on and so forth. Well, guess what? I'm building another channel from scratch. And guess what? I might catch more of the elect from a smaller channel. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what's important. Or do you rather get 1,000 nobodies, 1,000 2/3, or 1,000 or 10 men of the elect? Go ahead.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
That's right. That's right. So ultimately, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to build it as in the days of old, man. And that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Is where we're gonna be able to fully be in that house of David. Okay, because we're gonna be in rulership. All right, but that's not for all you Israelites. Because when you look at Jake is wicked as all hell. The more that, man, these past weeks I've been looking at it, Jake is wicked, man. So wicked. Jake is so flipping wicked in this society, man. So everything that the Most High did to Jake was justified, man. Okay? Because Jake is some demons, man. A lot of Jakes get that you become wickeder than the wicked. You know what that is? Okay. Well, a lot of Jakes, well, you don't have to get it, all right? You don't have to get it, all right? But a lot of Jakes became wickeder than Esau, man. Sometimes Jake does certain things. Esau looks at Jake like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? And for the devil to look at you like that, you know you got to be wicked, man. Go ahead.
This is the book Ezekiel 5 and 6. And she has changed my judgments into wickedness more than the nations, and my statutes more than the countries that are around about her. For they have refused my judgments and my statutes, they have not walked in them.
Right, they haven't walked in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Even though the prophets have been out here, so they have no excuse, man. They have no excuse. Their Proverbs 1 and 20. They have no excuse, man. The prophets have been here. We've been talking. We've been showing you what's up. All right, we've been showing you what's up, man. Okay. We've been showing you what's up, and ultimately, you've rejected it, man. The mass majority of you Jakes have rejected the truth. You rejected what Yahweh Shem Yahushai is pushing out to you, man. Okay? So whatever Yahweh Shem Yahushai has for you, that's good for you. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 20. Wisdom cried without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Right? Like we're doing now. Go ahead.
She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity?
How long? Right. Go ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
Right, and they love simplicity and they love wickedness. It says that he that justifieth the wicked is an abomination, man. You see? And they're justifying Esau, they're justifying these wicked people. So you Jakes are an abomination, man. You see? And you try to talk to them and they get all feminine and all emotional. Just like a woman, because you go to Babylon, 70% of these Jake men is being raised by women, so they're all fucking effeminate, man. Y'all effeminate because of the way the society is built up to prop up these dumb, simple-minded, bird-brained women, man. They're bird brains, man. All right, they're bird brains, bro. They're supposed to be under the rulership of a man. Anything other than that is fucking confusion, man, and chaos. Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord.
Right, even they both are an abomination to the Lord, man. Okay? Because why? Because you're in league with him. You see? There's certain laws that if you didn't come and even if it's your friend that did the crime or did the murder or something like that, or adultery or whatever, and you didn't come forth and snitch, so to speak, then guess what? Then you're an accomplice to the crime, man. That's in our laws, man. As a matter of fact, your hand is supposed to be first upon them.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's the same scenario. So you're seeing somebody doing wickedness and you justifying it. Well, you're wicked. But that's because the way the society is set up, man. Jake wasn't this wicked they were always wicked, but I mean, this is a new level of wickedness. You know, you can get the one where it says, and women rule over them, but what do you have? You have something?
This is the book of Jeremiah 4 and 22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding.
Right, they're sottish as hell. Go ahead.
They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge.
Right, to do good, they have no knowledge, man. They don't know. You can't tell them. They can't tell you how to keep the Passover service. They can't tell you what food to eat in the Passover. All right, but guess what? They can tell you how to roll a blunt. They can tell you how to commit adultery. Oh yeah, you see when she starts texting you back, and you know she got a man. You know she wants to. They know all that shit, but they don't know righteousness, man. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them.
Right, and that's why they're so wicked. All right, because that's why they're wicked. That's why they're effeminate, man. Because they're coming from single parent households, man. Men being raised by their moms, man. No father figure, no masculine energy in the crib. So what happens, man? They become wicked, they become effeminate. All right? And then what the hell are you gonna do with that, man? We can't bring that into the kingdom. And that's why it's a miracle, because we got brothers that are from that are coming into this truth and changing. Because what? Now they found what? They're spiritual fathers, man. You see what I'm saying? Even if they didn't have a father in the world, they got their spiritual fathers, which is the apostles and elders of great millstone. You see? Even some of the apostles, didn't have a father around like that. If I'm not mistaken, well, I'll say this: I think the apostle Ricard, his pops wasn't with his mother, but he was probably, he'd seen him from time to time, like, you know what I mean? He's seen him sometimes, but it wasn't in the household. But he did have some mass. He had his stepfathers and stuff, so I can't even say that. But there's certain brothers that are in the truth that didn't have that, and that are still they're in this mindset, which is the most masculine mindset you can be in, man. It's in the truth. The scripture says what? Gird up thy loins like get that one, man. It tells you about being a man, bro. You see? And get the scripture about no effeminate shall enter. Get that too, man. You got to take out that effeminate nature and put on the actual nature of an actual real man. Look at your forefathers, man. Look at the men of old, man. The adversities they went through, the way they adapted, man. How they didn't complain. And there was a study that came out that said that estrogen, when you complain, that builds estrogen in you, man. It's a fact, right? So you ain't supposed to be complaining like that, bro. Every now and then you go pray to the Lord, but who knows? Maybe when you pray to Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, that brings up testosterone. Who knows? We don't know how the Most High makes it work. You see what I'm saying? Because you complain. There's nothing wrong with complaining to the Most High. But at the same time though, there's a limit. There's a limit. There's a certain point. The scripture says, take cheerfully, man, the things that come upon you, bro. So there's a limit. He's really just complaining about every goddamn thing, man. Most High will be like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? What? You found it? Not yet?
This is the book of Job, chapter 40.
No, I was just thinking about Job. I was just thinking about when the Most High told him, man. Yeah, that's it. That's what it was. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Job, chapter 40 and verse 7. Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee and declare thou unto me.
What did he read 2 verses up? Is he still speaking, cursing them out 2 verses up? Check what it says there.
This is Job chapter...
Who is this that perverted judgment, something like that? Or maybe not. What? What does it say? Read it through the spirit if you think if it's a bright thing to bring out. If not, go back to the record.
This is Job chapter 40 and verse 2. Shall he that contend with the Almighty instruct him? He that reproveth the Most High, let him answer him. Verse 6. Verse 7, it's like, gird up thy loins now like a man.
Right.
I will demand of thee and declare thou unto me.
Right. So after he did all that to Job, man, he messed up Job bad, bro. Okay? He had boils, he had all type of things. So the Most High, gave Job a serious test. But after all that, he told Job, gird yourself up like a man. He said, don't stop crying, man. Okay? Lost all his children, his wife, all that. He said, stop crying, man. Gird yourself up like a man. That's a manly attitude. That's not no pussified attitude. You understand what I'm saying? That's not effeminate, man. That's extremely masculine. We got to be in that same mindset. Go ahead.
And it says here, and declare thou unto me, wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me, that thou mayest be righteous? Hast thou an arm like the Most High, or canst thou thunder?
That's it on that. All right, let's sit on that. Okay. There's even one in Jeremiah where he says, "Say not that I am a child." Right? Jeremiah was forced to grow up early, man. Like the apostle said, he could have been 10 years old. He could have been 9 years old. He could have been. You don't know how old Jeremiah was. Okay. He says, "Say no more, I am a child," man.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh?
Right.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate.
No effeminate. You ain't gonna be an effeminate and enter into the kingdom of the Most High as a man. All right. You gotta be masculine, man. You gotta be masculine. You can't be no sashaying and switching and everything. You get emotional with everything. Everything you just emotional. Nah, bro. You gotta be stern, man. You gotta be solid like a rock, man. The scripture says what? The knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. So a rock is stable. Okay. Something. Oh. Yet we're speaking about John the Baptist. He said, "What comest out thou to see?" John the Baptist was stable, man. He was rock solid, bro. He was rough. All right. And a lot of these Israelites, they got them that rough exterior. They have them tattoos, and they might be muscular, but really inside they're feminine. Okay. Even a lot of them jakes that are in that so-called red pill movement, a lot of them is real bitch made, man. As good as a lot of them bring a lot of truth, but a lot of them, they got that feminineness with them, man. Some weirdo shit. Okay? Because why? They don't have the truth. They don't have the full truth. They're not in the truth. And a lot of you Israelites, you're so-called in the truth, but you're not really in the truth. You know some truth. Go ahead.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 7. And as they departed, Yahweh began to say unto the multitudes concerning John, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind?
Yeah, someone flimsy. Someone is flimsy. Go ahead. Yeah, a massisi. You got to go see a massisi. How they say yeah? That's flimsy. That's so, Go ahead.
But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing.
Yeah, they didn't go out to see IUIC, man, with the garments. When they have the production and the garments just flowing in the wind. They had the soundtrack in the back that said, "I need a hero," and then the garment was just, come on, bro. They ain't going to see that. Go ahead.
It says, a man clothed in soft raiment?
Clothed. Right.
But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they that wear soft clothing are in king's houses.
That's right. What?
But what went ye out for to see? A prophet? Yeah, I say unto you, and more than a prophet.
Right. And one of the things they said about the prophets, that the prophets wear rough garments. Right? Said they should not wear a rough garment to deceive, because that's what the prophets came with. Okay, they didn't come in except with certain exceptions, because they were in that, the Most High put them in that position, like Daniel, certain people. They didn't come all effeminate, They were more rugged than anything. You see what I'm saying? Of course, not all. There's certain prophets, that were different. Certain prophets had their own thing, but when you see a man like that, you can say, okay, that might be a prophet. Like, that's like a prototypical prophet look. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you're wicked if you like to wear whatever a brother might want to wear. Gucci and all this shit. I'm not really too into that, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, I'm learning to just be just frugal, man. I mean, it's just the best way, man. It's just the best way, just to be frugal and just be simple, Even if you make bread, just be simple, and that's how you're gonna stack up your bread. Huh? But I mean, you could floss, but you gotta have the right amount of bread. Some Jake, like the Jake have, because that's Jake, Jake likes to floss up and whatever, but we're flossing the kingdom, like you said, ultimately. But let's say, Jake get 30 G's, and you go spend 20 G's on a chain. That's retarded. Even if you spend 5 G's, that's retarded. On a chain, that's stupid. That's a lot of money, bro. 5 G's is a lot of money, bro. for you to just come into that out of nowhere, it's not even like you're making that consistently. That's vanity at that point, you know? It's vanity at that point, bro, because it's like, yo, what's that gonna do for you? You know? Go ahead.
Verse 10, for this is he of whom it is written, behold, I send my messenger before thy face, who shall prepare thy way before thee.
Right. This
is Jeremiah 6:16. Thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see, and ask for the old path, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls.
Yeah, the old way, man. The old paths, man. Them men were rough in the old times, bro. Them men was not soft, man. A lot of you go try to wrestle your grandfather, man. You probably can't even beat him. Them dudes had some different strength, man. Because also the foods they were eating wasn't so much, you know, they weren't drinking up with plastic all the time that builds estrogen in you. And they had a lot more, they had like 30% more testosterone, man. So you gotta focus on trying to build up get some ashwagandha, get some macaroon, you know? Ashwagandha, is that the right word? So like, yeah, ashwagandha. I just had some of that yesterday. You know? Build up that testosterone. Man, I gotta go to the health store, man. Lord willing, man. You know, when his leg heals, I'll go to the grace of Pariyah by Shemel Shah. I'll go to the health store, man. Go pick up my stuff, man. What?
This is Job 8:8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age. Prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
Search your fathers, man. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 9, for we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon earth are a shadow.
Yeah. Yep. Go ahead. You got something else?
No,
that's it on that? Okay. So jump to man, there's a scripture that says ask your mother's ask your mother, man, there's a scripture I'm thinking about on the top of my head right now. Say what it says? Quote it? No, but there's one about the mother that I'm thinking about though, but I don't know.
Remember the old days considered the days of as thy father will show thee. This is Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Right. Is there more on that?
Verse 8, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
Okay, now that's it on that. That's it on that. Yeah, come. You know, so we're supposed to be looking at the old path, man. These people, they're trying to make a new way, but the new way is not working. Okay, the new way is not working, and we understand that the old path is the right way, right? Dealing with how the Israelites were doing it, right? Dealing with the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man, because the Most High is the one who has the right answer, not the heathen, not the old path according to what the heathen did, but even the heathen had parts of righteousness within their culture, because they, you know, they're not the wicked, right? They're not Esau. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the earth languishes and fadeth away. Get that? Why is the earth languishing and fading away? Because you're not adhering to the law, statutes, and the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. See?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Right, the haughty people of the earth do languish, man. All right, which is right. So ultimately, that's Esau and Edom. Okay, and they're about to be their kingdom is done, man. They're finished, man. They're in a state of complete darkness because of sin. Because sin, when you rule in sin, right, is gonna lead to darkness, man. Okay, get Khan.
This is Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 2. For behold, verse 1, arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and grows darkness the people.
Right.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
His glory shall be seen upon thee, man. All right, which is what? This truth. Right? That's part of the glory. You see? Go ahead.
And the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising.
Yep. Get the covering cast over all people. Because Esau went around and he set up darkness upon the earth. And that's what got these people all messed up. And that's why a lot of these nations is pissed off, right? You got like the Arab world, like Ishmael. They're not trying to adhere to Esau's way of life. Because they see that it's destructive. You know? What I heard Afghanistan now, the divorce rates, or Saudi Arabia or something, the divorce rates is over the roof now because Esau then came in with his madness, his feminism, and his BS. Go ahead.
This is the book of Isaiah 25:7, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right, right, because he put that over all people. Right, he deceived these nations. Get Revelations 20, verse 1.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Right.
And cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more.
Right, and that's what that's what he's been doing. Right, he's been deceiving the nations ever since he's been loose. Go ahead.
Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season.
Right. After that, and this is that season that he's been loosed. Okay, and he went around deceiving all these other nations, man. Bringing a Cesare Borgia, you know, to teaching a false way. And forcing it upon the people. That's why they had boarding schools for gathering. Okay? Because we would force them to learn. See, you got some? Real quick.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 15. For a father afflicted with untimely mourning, when he hath made an image of his child, soon taken away, now honored him as a god.
Woo!
Which was then a dead man.
Hey, you know who did that? That was Ptolemy did that. Okay, Ptolemy did that for his son, right? Which was who Serapis Christus is, which is who the image of what they call Jesus Christ is. Okay, that's that image that Cesare Borgia was just really supposed to be repainted of what Serapis Christus was. It's the same type of image. They look the same because they're probably the same person. Because Rodrigo Borgia did the same thing with his son, right? Made him as a god. Right? So that shows you that this book is the true book, man. Go ahead.
It says here, now honor him as a god, which was then a dead man, and deliver to those that were under him ceremonies and sacrifices.
Yep. They got their sacrifice. They got Christmas. They got they got their Easters. Those are all sacrifices, man. Okay. They go back to Babylonian holidays, man. You see, and they actually used to do real sacrifices back in the ancient world with people, which the elites still do that shit. Right? Winter solstice and shit. They have their sacrifices. Go ahead.
It says here, verse 16, thus in process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings.
Well, get Jeremiah the 10th chapter. Yeah, I can't go ahead. Finish that.
Verse 17, whom man could not honor in presence, because they dwelt far off, they took the counterfeit of his visage from far, and made an express image of the king.
Right. So all them images of Cesare Borgia, this is what it's speaking about. Right? Right?
whom they honored to the end that by this their forwardness they might flatter him that was absent as if he were present.
Right. Right.
This is the book of
Jeremiah 10.
the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 1, and it reads, Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, Learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the
Right.
work of the hands of the workman
Right.
with the axe.
Right. One cutteth a tree out of the forest, man. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, that goes into Christmas, man. That's talking about it. Right? Go ahead.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that move it not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born because they cannot go.
Right.
Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good.
Right. Because they used to teach back in the Babylonian Empire that when the tree would fall, that someone would die. So they always had to fasten it, make sure to put gifts under it so it feels good. But if it fell, then someone would die, supposedly. Go ahead. Okay, that was good on that. Got some?
This is Isaiah 44:9. They that make a graven image are all of them vanity, and their delectable things shall not profit, and they are their own witnesses. They see not nor know that they may be ashamed.
Read that again.
This is the book of Isaiah 44:9. They that make a graven image are all of them vanity, and their delectable things shall not profit, and they are their own witnesses. They see not nor know that they may be ashamed.
Right. So if you have a business and you're making idols, they ask you to make a Buddha. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be doing that shit, man. You see what I'm saying? I'm not taking no job making Buddhas and fucking whatever else. Caesar Borgia.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and 27. For the worshiping of idols, not to be named, is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil.
Right. So that you going against the Most High. That's the beginning of wickedness. That's evil. You see what I'm saying? That's extremely wicked. All right. That's the first commandment. All right. Worship the Most High with all thy heart. Go ahead.
For neither they are mad when they be merry, or prophesy lies, or live unjustly, or else lightly forswear themselves. Verse 30, howbeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, both because they thought not well of the Most High Yahweh and the Son Yahweh Shai, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness.
Despising holiness. That's right. That's it. Because holiness is what? It's truth. Understanding Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That brings that He'll give you holiness, man. When you're dealing with being what? To be separate. Okay? When you're dealing with these idols, man, you're becoming profane. You see? And when you start teaching other doctrines, you also become profane. So, which makes you no longer holy. You see? So how can you be making these idols and not be profane? Right? You're making these idols constantly. Of course you're profane, bro. See? You've got matter of fact, get that one there. Unclean. One where if someone touches something unclean, it becomes unclean. And that's why you gotta watch you chill around with too, because everything is energy, you know. Everything is energy, man. You be around certain people, and it's like they're constantly speaking wickedness. It's a total. That's whoa. Sitting out in the midst of women.
Yeah.
You Get that. Get that too after this one. I almost said get that before, but hey, you can get that right after if you remember.
This is the book of Job, chapter 14 and 4. Who can bring a clean thing out of an unclean?
Right. You can't. Right. Exactly. Go ahead.
No, not one.
That's it. You can't bring a clean thing out of an unclean thing, man. See, and that goes with people too. Someone who was created to be unclean, you can't make him clean because that's not how the Most High created him. Get that one there. After that, get Romans 9.
This is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42 and verse 12. Behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
For from garments cometh the moth, and from women wickedness.
Wickedness. So that's just gonna rub off on you, man. That mentality, man. So how much more these young jakes getting raised by their mama, man? 70% of them. That's a lot, bro. It should be none. But it's like that because of the way the society is set up, you know. But even in the ancient one, if that was the case, she knew that the woman had enough sense to know they need a masculine energy around them somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo. So that's why these jakes is all effeminate and through. All right. So, well, did I call for something? I called for something else, right? Oh, maybe I forgot. Call for something else. I called for Romans 9.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? The potter is not the potter have power over the clay.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 20. Verse 19. That will say then unto him, why does he yet find fault for who has resisted his will? Neighbor, O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, shut your ass up.
That's right.
What?
Shall the thing formed say unto him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Hath not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another vessel unto dishonor?
Right.
What if Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai willing to show his mercy? What if the Most High willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted for destruction?
Right. That's Esau Edom, okay? He's fitted for destruction. But then there's 2/3 jakes that are fitted for destruction in this time too. All right? Get Isaiah the 6th chapter, the 9th verse.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 6 and verse 9, and it reads, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Right. Every Israelite is not meant to be converted, man. You see? So you trying to change them is you're really going against the most. You're resisting against the Most High. You're trying to change certain people that ain't meant to be changed, man. Okay? So ultimately, listen, if you can't get it, you can't get it. And if you can't get it, you can't get it, man. It's as simple as that. You can't force this down no one's throat. That includes family members. But most of our family members are going to take the max and then they're going to take the chip. And the Most High is going to kill them. Right? That's just reality. So you better just accept it because it's reality. All my sisters gonna get, all my brothers, my favorite auntie's gonna get it. No. There's a very high chance that they're not gonna get it. Because even the elect is gonna need to have a strengthened spiritual mind. So how much more those that are not strengthened spiritually in the mind? And especially if they're come on, bro. If they're not living in the Amazon forest, the most likely they're getting that shit. And even them, they're gonna be shooting to get that shit, bro. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation 13 and 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear.
All right. You got something else? You can get kind of. It's the spirit.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
That's right. All right, which is what? The microchip. And you guys have to get that in your head as the microchip. And most of your family members are going to take that microchip, man. All right, he that hated his mother and father, get that one. All right, because you have to have that in your mind, and you have to detach from this world. All right, some brothers ain't, some brothers have a hard time with that. But you better get over it. You better get over it, man. Okay? Because we're almost there at that time. The famine is going to pop up at any time. You see how expensive things are getting right now? Fish is up like double right now, man. And it hasn't even really hit the way it's about to hit, and that's what the experts say. You see? So when that really hits, these people are going to know that their money is not going to be worth anything, man. All right? Their money's not going to be worth anything, man. You think, oh, I got $100K a year job. Okay. Now for a loaf of bread is going to be $250. What the fuck is $100K? You're below the poverty line again. Way below. You're in the homeless position, man. Right? Okay? Now $100K all of a sudden it turns to $1,000 worth today. People are not ready for that, man, especially in the first world countries, man. Got it?
This is Matthew 19 and 29. And everyone that has forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands for my name's sake shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Right. So, hey, we're gonna get the best forever. Taste the best foods forever. Nowadays, you taste foods you can only eat so much of your favorite food, or if you eat a lot of it, well, you gotta compromise with a disease. You know what I'm saying? You eat too much of that food, you compromise with diabetes, man. But in the kingdom, we can eat as much as we want. Teeth are not gonna get no cavities, no problem. You know? So get a Revelations 21.
Real quick, this is Luke 14 and 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life, also he cannot be my disciple.
Right. You can't be all into this life. Like, oh, this is so like I don't, the scriptures speak about the pride of life. It's all about, oh yeah, I can't wait. You're in that spirit that you wish this kingdom would continue forever. You can't be in that spirit, man. You got to be in that spirit. You got to understand the kingdom of heaven is way better. This kingdom is nothing but it's bullshit. All right, it's complete BS, man. But we deal with it. We deal with it and we move forward, man. We make lemonade out of lemons, and that's the bottom line. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb.
That's right. All right, that's the judgment for those that take the mark. So think twice before you take that mark. Matter of fact, don't think twice. Don't take it. All right, don't take it. Don't even think about it. All right. Oops. All right, don't even think about it, because the Most High is gonna have a vendetta against you if that's the case, man. You see, so really you should just be searching to the righteous path, and we're teaching you what to do to get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Get them brownie points, man. Get a second Peter 3 and 11.
The book of Second Peter, chapter 3 and verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness.
Right. Well, what are you supposed to? How are you supposed to be? You're supposed to be searching. You're supposed to be keeping your mind on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay. And doing your duties and your purpose. Your purpose is this word, first and foremost, man. That's your purpose, man. What? Okay, you got something else?
Yeah, Khan.
Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 6, and verse 28. And it reads, Then said they unto him, What shall we do that we might work the works of Yahweh? Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, This is the work of Yahweh, that ye believe on him whom he hath sent.
Right. And if you believe on him, faith without works is dead. All right. So you got to do the work too. All right. So that, give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out, truth and sincere. When the leg gets better, we'll be out here longer, man. Shalom, Salaki.